Hi, if you are new here, I am Ameer. I'm an admissions consultant with more than 8 years of experience in guiding candidates to Ivy League MBA programs. And I'm also the co-founder of Admit Portal, which is a self-service portal for candidates like you to work on your MBA applications. Let's talk about how can you improve your profile to increase your chances of getting an admit offer. When I do free profile evaluation calls every week, this is one of the most important question I get from almost every candidate. How can I improve my profile? What can I do more before deadline to increase my chances? If you can look on my screen, there are four clear buckets where you can do something to improve your profile. And I have arranged them in the order of easy to hard. Let's go through them one by one. The first one is improve your GMAT GRE scores. See, this is the easiest thing you can do to increase your chances. And I know a lot of candidates struggle with getting a good GMAT GRE score, but the reason I call it as one of the easiest thing to improve is because you control 100% of your input efforts and the output results you get. For example, if you start studying 2 hours, 3 hours extra today, within 2 weeks or within a month, you will definitely see an improvement in your GMAT score, in your GRE score. Okay? That's why this is the easiest bucket. Then, if you move over to the next bucket, which we typically call social work or extracurriculars bucket, this is where you control the input. You can start working on a social initiative tomorrow. You can start working towards your extracurriculars, sports, hobbies. You can pick some of it back up again if you used to play in college, or if you had a hobby back in college but you have left behind, you can pick it up again, right? But it is very difficult to produce significant results in a short amount of time. In social impact, you usually need 6 months, 1 year, 2 year kind of a timeline to build a story and create an impact. Similarly, if you pick up a sports or a hobby, within 2 weeks or 2 months, it is very hard to create something significant. You can't become a national level player or go win a championship within 2 weeks or 2 months of effort. That's why if you look at social work and extracurriculars, you control the input, but you don't really control the output. But if you are happy with your GMAT GRE score, you are not planning to improve upon your GMAT GRE score, then move on to this bucket and see where can you create impact in terms of social initiative, or where can you create a nice story in terms of your extracurriculars, hobbies, or any passion project. Moving on to the third bucket is your work experience. Now, everyone knows business schools love leadership experience. Second thing they love is international experience, especially schools like Insead and HEC. And after that, almost everyone loves to see a lot of promotions, right? When it comes to work experience, sadly, you don't control the input or the output. It depends a lot on your manager and your organization. So, if you are trying to improve the quality of your work experience, then talk to your manager if he can give you more leadership oriented role or at least a leadership oriented project. If he can send you on an international assignment, that would be even better, can add color and diversity to your profile. And lastly, if these two are not available, then see if you can secure a promotion right before submitting your application. But please focus on work experience only if, again, you are happy with your GMAT or GRE scores, you are solid on your social initiative, hobbies, extracurriculars, passion projects, where you are satisfied that you have done enough. Now, last one, the most difficult one to cater to, but if you can convince your manager to sponsor you, this is the best thing you can do for yourself. That's why we have the sponsorship bucket as the hardest bucket here. See, every business school loves sponsored candidates. A sponsored candidate already have a job secured even before he starts his MBA. In that sense, he is one of the most guaranteed candidates to succeed and deliver a 100% employment report upon graduation. Second reason business schools love sponsored candidates is, in most cases, since the company is paying, the candidate does not need scholarship. So company pays the full ticket. So in that sense, if a candidate is willing to pay the full amount and he already have an employment secured so that he doesn't become a burden on school's career services or a burden on the employment report, that's why most business schools really love sponsored candidate. But it is very hard to secure sponsorship. There are firms like McKinsey Bay and BCG, of course, even Deloitte sponsors their candidate. There are some investment banks. If you come from a family business, see if you can get a sponsorship letter. And if you can get yourself sponsored, that would be the best thing you can do to improve your profile and your chances of succeeding. Let's keep it short and sweet. I hope these four made sense to you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below in comments. I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you.